Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Moltrap, and I am coming at you here with a game from the MSL, the NBC Games Star League round of 16. Ssak versus Calm. There's Ssak right there, a Terran player for SK Telecom 1, and there's Calm, the Zerg, Teal Zerg playing on Circuit Breaker here. This is the round of 16 of the MSL, the PDPop MSL, and I've been so out of it this season that I didn't even know what the sponsor's name was until I went to do these games. But Ranshin's been on vacation. Usually Nuke does the OSL and Ranshin does the MSL, and Ranshin hasn't been doing the MSL, so I decided to do some MSL games, even though I was very tempted to cast some Stork games over in the OSL, but I am probably going to be casting these Stork MSL games as well. Stork, so awesome. I know this game doesn't include Stork, but I just want to mention that Stork is so consistent at getting in both Star Leagues. It's amazing. And guess who isn't in both Star Leagues this season? Flash and Jaedong. Both those guys got out of the OSL in the early rounds. Flash was eliminated from the MSL in the round of 32 by this guy. Not this guy, actually, that's on the screen right now, not the Zerg player, but Ssak, the Terran player. There he is. He eliminated Flash from the MSL round of 32, or 36, or whatever you want to call it. What? He and Classic, I think, or some other newbie, knocked Flash out in the group stages. Huge upset. So there's a lot of pressure on Ssak right now. Here he is playing Calm, who is definitely a top-rate Zerg. Definitely one of the better Zergs in the game right now, and in the last few years. You know, Calm, an MSL semifinalist himself at one point. He's got a silver medal under his belt. So lots of pressure on Ssak right now to keep performing well after doing so well in the round of 32. In the group stages. So here he is in the round of 16. This is a best-of-3 format. It's a format where they play game 1 of all the best-of-3s one week, and then the following week they play all the game 2 and 3s to spread it out a little bit more, make a little bit more hype and that kind of thing. So usually they have 4 game 1s on a day and then 4 game 1s on another day for the different matches. Anyway, so this is only game 1. And after the results of this game, you know, both players will have another week to kind of prep up and prepare for whatever happens next. Anyway, so we have Ssak going, looks like 1 racks into probably a command center is what he's looking like he's going to do. And Calm just going major econ here, going for a 3-hatch build. I think he's got his pool down. Yeah, there's the pool. So not, you know, super econ, not like Jaedong 3-hatch before pool build or anything like that, but definitely an econ-based build. And then, you know, he couldn't really quite get away with the, well, he might be able to. I mean, Jaedong is able to get away with 3-hatch before pool against 1 racks into CC, but I don't know if Calm could quite pull that off. Anyway, we've got both players that are like, okay, we've got our expansions, we've got our econ going, it's time to start getting some units and some tech, and I have no idea why my computer is lagging right now, so I'm sorry for the lag on the screen there. I probably just have too many windows open right now. I might try and pause and close some stuff, but it's just anyway, it's functioning okay most of the time. Sorry again for the frame rate issues. Hopefully, oh, SCV sneaks back through with the minerals, and oh, Din's back around. It's gonna see the layer timing, and that's pretty important actually, because that's gonna, you know, these programmers are so experienced that layer timing, you know, Ssak knows exactly when the spire is gonna pop up now. You know, once he saw that layer go up, he now knows exactly how long it is until the spire is gonna pop up. He's gonna know exactly when he needs to put his engineering bay down. Assuming he goes for spire, we don't know what Calm's gonna do at this point. Early engineering bay actually for Ssak, so he's gonna go for +1 weapons probably, and try and go for probably some kind of an early attack. May even go for a timing attack right before spire, but no, Hydralisk Den going down instead. So that's what I was thinking is, I mean, usually it's 3-hatch spire, but you never know if they're going to try and go for like a lurker rush of some some kind instead. So that's exactly what Calm is going to do. He's going for a lurker rush. He's got the lair going. He's got the den going. Uh-oh, there's... whoa, SCV gets chased off. The Zergling's on the ramp, able to keep that SCV out so he can't see what's going on. Unfortunately, Calm did put his den in a really obvious location, so as soon as his comsat finishes, he's going to be probably comsat. He's going to have 2 comsat stations, one for each. Well, theoretically, 2 comsat stations, one for each bunker going down. That's interesting. I guess just because he doesn't know what's going on, he wants to be a little bit safe, put a bunker down just in case. But yeah, he wants to. He's going to have 2 comsat stations. He's going to be able to scout a lot of his main, but he's not getting comsats. He's just getting more SCVs and more barracks, which is good, but he needs that comsat. Okay, there's one comsat station going down. I don't know what happened to the other. There's the other finally, and they're probably going to show as soon as that comsat station goes up where he comsats, if the observer's good. There it is. Doesn't see the den. Scouts the lower location with the comsat. Doesn't see the Hydralisk den with that first comsat. Where is he going to do the second comsat? I don't know. They're not showing the main base right now, so we can't see if he's going to scout that with his comsat station. But doesn't see the Spire either, though, so he's got to be a little bit concerned. And Ssak is probably right at about +1 right now, if he doesn't have it already. Here he comes out with a few forces, not quite at +1 yet, but there are lurkers morphing below his base, one in the middle of the map as well. So he's pushing out with a very small force, the second bunker going up as well, so he must at least suspect, if he hasn't seen those lurkers already, he suspects what's going on, and putting down a factory as well. Good counter here, and he catches some of the lurkers out in the open. Man, if he can catch those lurkers while they're moving, he can pick them off pretty quickly, but he's getting slowly forced back into his base. 6 lurkers now moving in here for Calm, forcing Ssak all the way back into his natural. He's got 2 bunkers there. He needs to get a turret down so he can get that detection without comsats, because he's only got probably 1, maybe 2 comsats in the bank right now. And here he comes in, Calm mushing him with, I like this, using some lurkers on the ramp to protect the others as they move up a little bit closer. This is exactly what he should be doing. I always wonder why Zergs don't leapfrog their lurkers more. Instead, they pick them all up and move in all at once. Sometimes you can get away with it, obviously, but when they're in the midst of battle, it's really kind of dangerous, because then the Terran can just stim, kill off a lurker or 2, and then fall back. But here we go. He's pushing now into Sakk's natural expansion. 3 bunkers up now. Is he going to go for the kill? Ooh, those lurkers are getting awfully close. He's got some speedlings as well. He's probably going to go for a major attack, run in with speedlings and to take some hits, and the lurkers. Well, maybe not, actually. Let's see. He's getting down a hatchery in the bottom left-hand corner, so he may just... Wow, there's a lot of lurkers being produced, actually. So he is definitely going for a major attack here soon. Of some kind, and he wants to get them out before their siege tanks out, at least, you know, before siege mode. Siege mode is on the way right now. He needs to get it. Here comes a lot of lurk. Whoa, whoa, oh man, oh man. Ssak is probably shaking his boots. Well, he's not, because he's probably... Here comes the attack. Lots of lurkers coming in, taking the first. Is the Zerglings coming in afterwards? The lurker's not quite close enough. Can't really hit the SCV. Actually, there's not even any SCVs repairing. The bunker's just taking hits. Comsat's going off. Lots of lurkers going down. Oh my gosh. And the bunkers also... How did all the bunkers survive? And Calm is like, what the flip? Did you see that face? Oh my god. Every single bunker survives? That is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And I think if those lurkers had gotten in a little bit closer, it would have been so much better. Because the lurkers weren't in range to hit the Marines and stuff behind the bunkers. So the Marines behind killed all of the Zerglings. So they killed them super quick. So unfortunately, that meant that... you know, the bunkers were free to just wail away onto the lurkers at that point. So huge major killing blow attack. That was a major attack, failed by Calm. Yeah, that was just really, I mean, it was so close, but if he just moved in a little bit closer, and it's always, you know, so tempting to burrow your lurkers because they're so exposed when they're above, and you want to get them down so they can start getting some attacks in. I think if you'd send in a few Zerglings first, and then send in the lurkers a little bit closer, maybe, would have been a lot better for him, because his lings just just disappeared. Although 4 bunkers helped obviously as well. I guess that's also another part of it, is he wasn't really focusing fire on the bunkers at all. You don't really want to focus fire necessarily, because if you're focusing fire, the lurkers aren't getting all their damage spread out over all the marines and stuff, doing massive amounts of damage. But at the same time, he didn't kill any of the bunkers. He did tons of damage to 3 of the bunkers, but didn't kill any of them. So a little bit of focusing might have helped. Anyway, so Calm now on the defensive, playing defensively here, having to defend. Getting that 3rd base up at the bottom left, and it is really exposed right now, and I think Ssak knows it. He's sending that dropship around the bottom, probably going to attack that bottom left base. But Calm is really aware of it. He's got Scourge right in the perfect spot. He's got some Zerglings there as well, so they can catch any units that drop out. What is he doing? He's dropping in the bottom right instead. Okay, that's interesting. Maybe he thought he got spotted and didn't want Scourge to hit him or something like that. I mean, I guess if he's going to camp there for a while, you might as well have them out so Scourge, random Scourge or whatever, can't pick him off. But anyway, Ssak now moving out with a sizable force. He's got a vessel. He's got siege tanks as well. They've got siege mode by now. And this is a pretty strong force. And I don't know if Calm's going to have... Yeah, he doesn't even have a Queen's Nest up yet. So he's nowhere near Defilers. He's going to have to defeat this push with just Lurker Mutiling alone. And oh, here comes the drop. It's just... This drop is destined to fail. I hope he at least comsats his drop location and sees what's going on there before going in. He is going to go around a little bit at the top. Maybe he has comsat. No. He has not comsatted at all. He's going to drop on the low ground. And that's interesting. I'm not sure exactly. Maybe he's going to try and fire up at the Zerglings and Scourge from the low ground and just be distracting there. A lot of lurkers in the middle of the field. One gets radiated. There's still just plenty left. But there's a lot of Marines as well. And really the siege tanks are what's going to be the big thing. I'm curious why Ssak is kind of delaying here. He's delaying this push. Uh-oh, no, you need Zergling support. There's the Zerglings coming in as well. He burrows a lot of them. A lot of spines getting off, but again, the back lurkers, he burrowed them all at once, and this is, I've never, ever understood, and it's never been changed in pro gaming, but I've never understood why players, actually it has, there's been a few times when I've seen players that will do a rolling burrow with their lurkers, but they always seem to just burrow their entire group of lurkers, and then the ones in the back don't get any shots off. It's ridiculous. And again, Calm there had a really nice attack, killed a lot of Marines. If he'd rolled the next round of lurkers in with those Zerglings and burrowed them, he could have gotten another round of spines in and killed a lot more units. So it's really interesting to see that. Anyway, didn't lose any lurkers in that attack though, so he didn't really get too far in. That was one of the advantages. Now he's gonna have to need all. He's gonna need all those lurkers. Oh, Zergling's going with the tank. Nice, picks off one tank. Sorry, get him out the FPS. I'll try and correct it before the next game. Anyway, burrowing the lurkers in the back, coming in from behind. Siege tanks are in position behind. He's moved in close on the front as well. Those Marines, oh man, if he gets sandwiched, that could be really bad. Here he comes in from behind, but there's no Zergling support, so he has to burrow them a little bit farther back so they can be defended. But no, just too many Marines in the open field with no Zergling support. They just get surrounded and owned. Wow, this is looking really bad for Calm. Calm, who I would expect to get really far in this tournament, looks like he may be defeated in the first game here of the MSL round of 16. He's got a few lurkers down there. He's still doesn't have any defilers. D-Matrix Marine and the hero in the front, taking all the hits from the lurkers. The rest of the Marines wipe up, and GG coming from silver medalist Calm as newbie Ssak takes out Flash, comes into the round of 16 and starts taking out Calm as well. The series is not over yet. There's still one or two more games left in this series that Calm can come back from. But Ssak looking really solid. Really looking surprisingly solid, especially since he is, if you'd asked me who Ssak was, before this MSL, I would have said, oh yeah, he's that one guy, that Terran who never gets anywhere. I mean, he only had a handful of televised games before this MSL, so really surprising that he's doing so well. We will see next week if this is a fluke, or and he's going to get taken back out by Calm in the next two games, or if he's the real deal and he's actually a strong challenger coming out of nowhere. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this game. Thanks very much for watching, and GG.